Alright guys, in this next video series we are going to talk about dry needling. Dry needling is a hot topic. A lot of patients ask about it and ask what it is, if we do it, all of that fun stuff, so we're going to tell you a little bit about it. So this in my hand is a dry needle. This is what it looks like. This is one size. They come in lots of different sizes based on what body part we're trying to get to. And basically what dry needling is a technique for us to use this little thin, tiny little needle, and we basically use it to get deeper down into the structures underneath the skin, to things that we can't manipulate with our hands. So we are trying to kind of get muscles to relax a little bit, restart the healing process for a nagging injury, kind of make an effect on the body that it's not doing on its own naturally. So stay tuned for a lot more information about dry needling, all of the different problems that you can have that dry needling can help with, and we're going to demonstrate as well. So stay tuned. In the last video we talked about what dry needling is briefly, and in this one we're going to talk about, is dry needling right for me? So of course the answer is always going to be it depends based on your unique situation, but we do have certain conditions or injuries that we prefer to do it for that we've had really good results for. So a couple of those have been hamstring strains, adductor strains, low back pain, we do it a lot. Plantar fasciitis is a good one. Calf strains, or like just running kind of injuries in the calf or feet and ankles that are just kind of something that came up. It can be used for acute or chronic conditions just based on your unique situation. So again, it's hard to say specifically until we see you in person, but hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight as to whether dry needling can be good for you or not. Stay tuned, as in the next couple of videos we're going to do some demonstrations and show you what to expect when you get dry needling. We get a lot of questions about whether is dry needling painful or not. So it can be. The answer is always it depends, as per usual, but Joel is going to show us. He's going to dry needle himself, and you guys can all watch his face and decide whether you think it's painful or not. Here we go.
Here we go. We stick the needle in, and then we stick it down into the muscle, just like that. So a lot of times it's a little achy. Some areas it can be kind of sharp, but as you can see, it's not too big of a deal.
Stay tuned for more demonstrations when we get a little bit more specific in the next couple of minutes. So we get a lot of questions about, after somebody gets dry needled, if dry needling is going to affect them the rest of their day, what they need to expect the rest of the day into the next day, and can they work out or not. So we're here to answer all those questions right now. So results obviously can vary person to person, but the day of that you get dry needled, you are free to do whatever you would normally do. You have no restrictions. You're free to work out, or ride your bike, go for a run, whatever you would normally do. It shouldn't affect you much. You can get a little bit of soreness into the next day, and results vary, of course. But it should just feel like a muscle soreness, nothing crazy, and again, there's no restrictions with activity. So hopefully that answers some questions for you, and continue to stay tuned with this series for more information about specific injuries and problems that you may be going through, and how dry needling can help with that. All right, so one of the most common reasons why people will come in for dry needling is for some low back pain or low back stiffness. So I'm going to show you guys how I would dry needle someone's low back on Joel here. You'll see me in the video kind of feel his back and kind of find where I'm starting based on the different landmarks, put the needles in, and then I'll hook them up to some stim. So just keep watching in this video to see how I do it, and let us know if you have any questions. All right, so another common area that we like to dry needle a lot is the calves. Any kind of larger muscle group in the extremities is a really good place to needle, where you can get good results. So, the hamstrings, the quads, the biceps, triceps, even up into the upper traps, those are all good areas to get a good muscle twitch response, which is what I am going to show you here. So put the needles in his calves here, and we attach the stim on there. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So as you can see, got the little twitch going on. You can even see the foot move just a little bit, which is good. How's it feel, Joel?
Feels good. This is actually really comfortable when it comes to needling to do the stim.
Perfect.